2 leap year option contracts you don't want to miss. Stay tuned. You really don't want to miss this one. Guys, in today's video, we're going to talk about 2 companies that we can potentially have a huge profit on, okay? The name of the 2 companies is Fubo TV and Skillz, okay? And we're going to be talking about option contracts for 1 year out, leap year. In some cases, it's even 2 years, okay? So you could either consider 1 year or 2 years. Now, I'll tell you why we're gonna be focusing in on this, okay? Also, make sure, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure you subscribe, like the videos if you find any of this information informative. Also, please hit the notification bell so that way you get notifications every time we release these videos. And if you're not following us on Twitter, you need to follow us there for the latest information at Investing OG. Okay, guys? With that, guys, I want to get started on 2 companies, and I'm going to give you 2 examples of why I like to do these type of plays. Now, back before, I also mentioned that I did this similar thing with CCIV, which is Lucid Motors. Now I'm thinking and I'm considering of getting into these 2 plays as well because they've hit pretty much the bottom, in my opinion, okay? Now they can still go lower, so you want to take your time with these type of plays, okay? Because you really want to catch them at the bottom and have them surge up. We're gonna start off by giving you 2 examples on how this can benefit you, okay? The first company that we're gonna look at is Lemonade and what happened to Lemonade in the course of 1 year, okay? So if we look at the chart on Lemonade, when it first came out, or when it IPO'd, it came out around $50, okay? Now, if I go to the 1 year chart, you see the 1 year chart and you say, well, look at here. We have a start off of $50 and it rushed up all the way to the high of 183. Currently, it's back down to $87. Now, what does that mean for you guys? What that means is essentially, if you had purchased a option contract on Lemonade at the $50 price point, it basically ran up within a year time. It ran up all the way to $183, okay? If you would have sold that contract anywhere in January, in the month of January, you would have pretty much made about $100. The price of the stock went up about $100. Now, if you multiply $100 times, say, a delta of $50, you're talking about a $5,000 profit on one single contract. That contract could have costed you anywhere between $400 to $600, but you are talking about a huge profit on that contract, okay? Second example I want to show you, and then I'm going to step into Fubo and Skillz and why I think they're going to be able to make some good money. Second example is Uber. If you go to the Uber 1 month chart, and you go to the 1 year chart. So if you would have basically, remember when Uber was like really shot down, it was right around the 25, anywhere from $25 to $30 range, right? Currently, Uber is trading at $60, but there was one point back in January when it went up all the way to 63, okay? So if you would have bought that contract on Uber, it basically, the stock went from $30 all the way to 60. That means it's a $30 difference, okay? $30 times, if they had a delta of 50 or 40, you would have made that difference. You would have made anywhere from a $1,200 to $1,500 roughly on your profit, okay, on this contract. Why? Because everybody's focused in on the short term, guys. We need to look at some of these stocks. You know they're not going to come back or go up to their highs again within a month or 2 sometimes. Sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it could take years, okay? So that's why these leap year contracts can be very useful when you see a price on a stock that is pretty much near the bottom, okay? Now, let's step onto Fubo and see why I'm considering Fubo contracts, okay? So if we go to Fubo, I'm going to show you here. If we go to the trade Fubo options and we look at this option here and we go to the expiring date, right? And if we go to, say for example, we just consider January 21st, 2020, that's 1 year from now. Well, it's technically less than 1 year from now, but that's about 9 months from now, okay? So we're not looking short term, we're looking long term. That contract right there, right now, a $20 strike will cost us about 600 bucks. This is the price, okay? Now, if I want to look into this information here, we see the delta here at 0.64. That means for every dollar that Fubo goes up from here all the way till the expiration date, which is January 21st, 2022, you would get $64 for every dollar it went up. Now we try to get rid of these options 3-4 months when we're talking about leap year options. You're trying to get rid of them about 3-4 months before they actually expire. Why? Because you have the contract getting eaten up by the theta, this number right here, okay? So slowly it's getting eaten up, and as the closer it gets to the expiration date, the more it eats it up. So that's why if you hit a number on these contracts where you say you're glad with your profit, you have to take that profit and get your gains in. So basically, if, say for example, Fubo goes back to, I'm talking about it right, currently trading at about 19 bucks. If it happens to go back to about $50, then you're talking about a $30 gain, okay? $30 gain, and you would multiply the 64 times the 30. Now let me do that math real quick. You're talking about almost a $2,000 profit, guys. Now, if it were to go higher than that, then you're talking more money, okay? On a what is this, a $600 investment? You're talking about a $2,000 profit. That's not bad, guys. That's not bad to consider, okay? Now, a big important thing on all these contracts, whether it's a leap year contract or a short-term contract, is this implied volatility. This number right here, 100%. So, because there's so much volume and fluctuation in the price on these type of plays, you do have to consider selling out before the 1 year, okay? You don't want to keep it all the way to the end of the year. You do want to try to consider selling out before the 1 year. But consider this play as one very good play, because Fubo, I believe, in my opinion, has started to bottom out. And I think right now is a good time to start considering that, okay? Remember, I'm heavy in Fubo. I love Fubo, and I think it's going to do really well in the future. There's also a 2023 contract on Fubo, which if you go to the $20 strike, that means it'll give you all the way to 2023. That's almost 2 years from now. And that price here is $895, okay, for one contract right now. That's pretty cheap, guys. This contract right here, back when it was going for about $40, was about $2,000 for this contract. So you're getting a big discount right now. Let's go into our second skills, sklz. Same thing, guys. If you do the 1 year contract, 1 year term here, you've seen that this stock started at $10 because it was a SPAC, ran up all the way up to about 45 bucks and came back down. Currently trading at $14.90, guys. This is a steal in my opinion. Look at the contracts on this one, okay? So we go to the options, we go to the 1 year as well. This one only has up to December 17th. So if you give yourself from here to December 17th, then you're giving yourself that time. If you look at this contract here, it's a $5 contract. So it's a $500 for that to pick up that contract. Now let's look at the numbers on this. We're talking about a delta. That's a 0.66 delta, okay? Implied volatility is roughly around the same price as, around the same number as Fubo, which is 103%. Theta, very minimal. So you're talking about if Skillz goes back to $30, okay? It's currently trading at half the price now. You multiply the 15 times the 66, which is this delta here, 30 times 66. You're talking about almost a $2,000 gain, guys, all on a $500 investment. So I like to look at the numbers. I like to say, what am I getting for my buck? The bang for your buck, right? So in this case, you're getting a real good bang for your buck. If you have not watched our options video, make sure you like it. We're gonna put it on our subscription below. With that, guys, I just wanted to run these two option plays that I think are gonna be, I'm starting to consider because of the price, okay? I think you can make really good money. With that, guys, let us know, comment below if you're currently invested in either of these two companies, or if you already have these leap year contracts. Thank you guys for watching so much, and I'll see you on the next one.